Secretary of State, thank you for giving time to discuss some of these key issues about the Department of Work and Pensions. You are, of course, James Purnell, Secretary of State for Work and Pensions. We know that Labour is moving forward with its agenda of lifting people out of poverty and making work pay. Can you tell us a little bit about what the government's proposals are for incapacity benefit?
Well, I think the key principle on incapacity benefit is we should never write anybody off. You know, we shouldn't say we're going to just leave people on benefit and not give them any help. And people in your area will remember, you know, in the 80s it went up and up. They actually tripled incapacity benefit, and a whole bunch of people were abandoned and left there without really any support to get back into work. So what we're doing now, we've got this great program called Pathways, which people can sign up for, and I've spoken to loads of people who've gone through it and who said, I wish I'd done that earlier. You know, I wish I'd done that years ago. My life is so much better now that I'm back in work. There's loads of support for people there, and it's, you know, it's a really great program for people.
So what would you say to critics who say that this is discriminating against disabled people or those who've got long-term illnesses?
Well, when you talk to people who are on IB, the majority want to be back in work, actually. I mean, we've done surveys, and there's 1 million people on IB who say, I want to be in work. And I'd also say to them, meet some of the people who've gone through this, who just say, my life is just so much better now, I feel so much more fulfilled, I've got more money for my family, and I just got, you know, I've got a wider circle of friends, I'm enjoying work. So that's, you know, those are the examples which I think really give the lie to the idea that it's discrimination. It's about giving people the right to work.
And what about protections that are there for people who have, you know, extensive disabilities and who really feel that they're not able to take these opportunities on board? That's
absolutely right. And, you know, we're basically going to have support for them, which means they'll get more money, nearly £16 a week more, and, you know, they won't be required to look for work. So, you know, there's clearly going to be a group of people who, I never like saying that they can't work, because I've met people with extraordinary courage who've overcome disabilities which you know, would place them in that group where you wouldn't require people to work, but we want to give people in that group support and give them more money and treat them fairly. That's what we're going to do.
Okay, that's excellent. There's also, I think, some concern in this constituency about lone parents and the extent to which the government is actually pushing lone parents into work. We know that work pays, so again, what would you say to people who think that we're not supporting lone parents effectively?
Well, we're giving lone parents more money, we're giving them a credit so that work pays when they go into work. We're going to have an advisor for them so that they can get the right training, and then actually some help after they go into work to ring up and say, how's it going? But the key thing is, you know, I think at the moment lone parents don't have to work before their child is 16, their youngest child 16. We just think that's a bit too late, actually, and we should bring that down so that, you know, lone parents get the right support, and if there's a job which is appropriate for them, then, you know, we can ask them to take that job. And I think that's the right balance, and that's actually what most other countries do.
I mean, we know that supporting lone parents into work is a key plank of the government's strategy to tackle child poverty. Looks as though we're going to miss the targets. I mean, what's the government doing to bring that target back to meeting that target and to indeed bring more children out of poverty?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're doing a huge amount, and actually, if we hadn't put more money into helping children in poverty, there'd be 1.7 million more children in poverty today if we just continued the Tory policies. So, you know, we've taken 600,000 children out of poverty. We've now got plans which mean another 500,000 will be supported out of poverty, and we want to keep on doing more because, you know, all kids deserve a fair start in life, and that's partly about money, and we want to make sure that they get that support.
So would you say that tackling inequality is still important to this government? And how are we going to do that?
Well, we've got this goal of eradicating child poverty, and that is all about tackling inequality in our country and giving people fair life chances.
Okay, Secretary of State, thank you very much for taking the time to discuss these issues with me. Thank you.